More than once, I heard an owner or employee respond when we asked where they first learned about the daycare scam. They would say they had first heard about it while in the refugee camp in Kenya. These individuals told us that they had heard you could run the scam in a number of different states, but it was easiest and you could make the most money doing it in Minnesota.
Oh boy, tonight's red hot video is a whistleblower on the fraud in Minnesota revealing how Somali refugees chose to settle in the state because they knew how easy it was to commit child care fraud or chilled care fraud. I don't know. Jay Swanson, a former state trooper who became an investigator for Minnesota's Department of Human Services after retiring, testified in front of the Minnesota House Oversight Committee, where he also made this revelation about a place, you know where, that's become synonymous with fraud.
This investigation resulted in the federal indictment in 2017 of the owner of Salama Child Care Center. That owner eventually pled guilty and was sentenced in 2018 to 2 years in prison and was ordered to pay restitution of over $1.4 million. The Salama Child Care Center was located at 1411 Nicollet Avenue in Minneapolis. That address might ring a bell for some of you because of a YouTube video taken last December at the Quality Leering Center, which was being operated at the same address.
All right, and so we covered earlier this week about how a lot of these facilities, including the Leering Center, were raided by the feds. Now, Curtis, he was citing Nick Shirley's video.
Yeah,
he was not citing the Minneapolis Star-Tribune. You know, Tim Walz and others have said, oh, you know, there's been reporting about this fraud, but there was nothing done about this fraud until we learned about the Leering Center. Why do you think that is?
Correct. I mean, and I think, A, it's a purposeful choice by these folks. I mean, the head of the Minneapolis Star-Tribune is an avowed Democrat activist.
And a former member of Tim Walz's cabinet.
Yeah. And he's supposed to be the head of the
Leering Center?
I wish. That would be amazing. But you know, I think what Nick Shirley does is just put a visual to it and really just show how easy this is to break down. I mean, just standing outside there and trying to ask questions, you know, yes, obviously for privacy reasons, he may not be allowed inside to see the children, but the fact that
of course, there are no children.
Of course, and there are no children, but the fact that no one could bring him information to explain what was going on just goes to show how much of a mess this was. And there's no sort of curiosity from the mainstream media. And even in some of these new updates and these more indictments and these hearings, my colleague Jorge Bonilla noted that only NBC News was the only liberal TV network to mention it this week.
Wow.
And there was an interview earlier today on this network with Joe Mueller with someone who actually was part of this commission reviewing contracts and said they were just simply unbelievable.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.